Let's get back to this here. One of the main reasons why we have been victimized by the system is because we have no voice within the system, as outlined in our literature. Now, this goes to show you now. The blueprint is the literature on steroids. You can't even go through the blueprint without understanding the literature. So when everybody is trying to disregard the literature, you can't disregard the literature, because the literature prepares you to understand the blueprint. It says the legislature is in control of the lawmaking policies that we must live under. You know what the legislators are? In the United States or in your state, those are your representatives and your senators. Your state representatives, your state senators, United States representatives, your state senators. That's your legislative branch. You have three branches of government. You got the legislative branch that makes the laws. You got the judicial branch that interprets the law, and you got the executive branch that enforces the laws. It says, however, the legislators are voted into office by the many communities in which we live. We must begin to understand that as long as we project a negative image to the community will in return continue to support negative legislation. So, if we are scaring Miss Maddie to death in the community, we riding around, we got switches on guns now that we shooting 500 times in 4 seconds. So let's just say, I'm just exaggerating that. Just say if it shoot 100 times in 4 seconds and you got 5 brothers with switches, that's 500 shots in 4 seconds, because each one of them gonna let off at the same time. So in 4 seconds, you're gonna have 500 rounds in the community. So do you think Miss Maddie is going to continue to support what's going on? Support that? Yeah, she going to vote for negative legislation. Yeah, she going to be voting on these laws to keep people locked in forever. And we don't have no voice in nothing that's being said. Because the first thing she going to do, she going to get up with the alderman. The alderman going to take it to the city hall, to the city council. The city council, they going to start passing ordinance and everything. Then they going to talk to some of their friends that's running in the state offices. They going to use their political power to get a bill submitted to the floor. Depending on who's controlling the House and the Senate, if it's the Democrats or the Republicans, that's how it's going to go. Bottom line, man. And do you think a Democrat really cares? No. You think a Republican cares? You think they enemies? No. They colleagues, they friends. No. You think I'm lying? Look at Clinton, Bush, and Obama. A Democrat, a Republican, and a Democrat. Clinton talked real bad about Obama when he was running for president. They talked real bad about Bush. Bush talked real bad about Obama. But they friends. They partners. They wives and children, all of them are friends and everything. That's the politics, man. That's the politics. Now let's look at how we playing this stupid game of politics with ourselves. This minuscule game of politics dwelling on insignificant matters. Not realizing that the youth is our future. Not focusing on them. Not teaching them. Not being there for them. These are the things that we're doing. We focus on nonsense. But we say we gangsters. Mr. Larry Hoover say real gangsters go to the polls. How many polls we ain't been to? And if we have been to the polls, do we understand who we voted for? Do we understand the reason why we are going to the polls? How we researched and investigated the candidates? How we researched and investigated their track records? Now ask yourself that question, and let's keep moving on. We must begin to understand that as long as we project negative images to the community will in turn continue to support negative legislation, such as the Class X laws. In Illinois, they got Class X laws where as though they treat 13 or 14-year-olds as adults. Then you get the 6 to 30, all that fell up under the Class X laws. Thus, our new concept is saying, if you want to change the laws and have a voice in your destiny, first you must change your lifestyle. Whoa. Did he say, or did they say lifestyle? For us, the first political struggle that we have to deal with is that of becoming an asset to our community, especially our youth. Then we can effectively talk about who to send to Washington to voice our concerns. Are we an asset to our community? And I'm talking about not you as an individual. I'm talking about us as a collective. Because we as individuals come together as a collective makes up the organization. Not individually. Because you might be an asset to your community individually. But what I do reflects on you, and what you do reflects on me. So therefore, if I am a negative image in the community, if I'm a liability to the community, and I got 70, 80, 90, 100 peoples following me, that means 70, 80, and 90 peoples, more peoples are liabilities to the community. And out of those 70, 80, and 90 peoples, how many peoples are they negatively affecting? Which in turn would eventually reach back to you. And how close can it be? It could be your son or your daughter. And in a lot of cases, it could become you. These are the things that we have to be aware of. These are the things that we have to tackle